diamonds in the rough. NFL Draft Diamonds. Time to shine.
Hi, my name is Jimmy Williams with NFL Draft Diamonds, and we are the scouting staff for the Hula Bowl. This interview is sponsored by Underdog Athletics. Underdog Athletics is a Christian faith-based company that sells athletic wear. Underdog stands for underestimated, never defeated, remain dependent on God. Shop now at www.undrdogs.com. Today I have with me DJ Ivey. He's a cornerback out of Miami Hurricanes. So nice to have you, sir.
Yes, sir. I'm glad greatly. I'm very appreciated to be on here today.
Sure, man. So obviously you're one of these Miami Hurricanes who I feel like everybody should already know, a legitimate draft prospect with a lot of good talent. But let's just set the stage for people that may not know you already. Tell me where you're from and how you ultimately got there to the U.
I'm from Florida City, Florida. Down in Miami. At the bottom. Played Little League there at Florida City Razorbacks. At Lawrence Robert Park. Played basketball at Homestead Powell. Around the area. Grew up around the area as well. Played basketball, football, and ran track at South Dade Senior High School. And then from there, that's when everything started popping.
So you're Miami born and bred, man. Was there ever any doubt that you weren't going to, Miami, like, coming out of high school? I mean, was that like a done deal? Was that going to happen? Or how were the prospects coming out of high school?
Coming out of high school, there was a few other colleges that I was interested in. But, Miami was always the lead runner just because I'm from here. I know my mom, she'll have easily access to the games. She'll be right there, so she won't be able to miss any home games. And then my family and friends, they could come as well. So Miami was always the front runner. But I was thinking about Auburn at the time, for the most part. So, yeah.
Well, I mean, hey, obviously you get some fantastic programs that, were really interested in you coming out of high school. Obviously picking Miami. Miami obviously has fantastic, tradition there. Do want to reel us back a little bit because you hinted at, you playing some other sports back in the day. Give me a little bit of information there about you playing some of these other sports, whether it be basketball and track and field. So how did that work out for you?
So for me, I think how the season went, I started football, and then it went into track, and then rolling out of track went into basketball. Or track and basketball was around the same time. But growing up, it was like my mom, she just kept me and my brothers, she just kept us in sports. Always kept us doing something. Till my little sister came, and then she kind of chilled off a little bit, but we still was playing sports. My mom and dad ran track in high school, so it was I got to run track as well, follow a little legacy. But yeah, I did track and football all the way up, and since I was about 5 or 6, I did track, football, basketball all the way up until 10th grade in high school. I got injured during, I think, my sophomore year. My sophomore year in high school, I got injured, my ankle. And then in track and field, I was also doing a triple jump. So it was it'll be a lot of pounding on my ankle. So I was not even going to do track anymore. I was just waiting to basketball season. I was doing basketball season. I was doing basketball. But for me, it was just I won't say the competition level, but the exposure level down in Miami or where I'm from, it's not that much exposure at the time for basketball. So it's I'm not finna keep wasting my time when I could go get into football, whereas it's more opportunity.
Well, hey, I don't think that those sports I don't know, are completely worthless, because I mean they certainly helped keep you in shape, helping you at least with some of the I mean it translates to football a little bit. So
Yeah,
I
it
mean
translated.
it's not that crazy. So
Nah, it wasn't that bad, but it was just like at that time it was like, okay, let's lock in. Let's lock in one sport and let's just go out hard at this sport.
gotcha. Plus you need to get healthy at the time, which
Yeah.
hey, that's first and foremost there for sure. So why do you love this game of football so much, man? I mean, obviously you chose to pursue it. What's the draw, man? Like, why do you enjoy it?
It's the feeling, like stepping on the field, knowing like I train harder than like looking at my opponent, knowing like I train harder than you. I've been through work way more than you. Like I know I'm finna bust you. Like it's me versus you right now. Like this my opportunity. So being able to do that each and every time is like it just give you that rush. Like yeah, let's go.
Gotcha.
Let's
Well,
go.
I mean, there's a lot that goes with it, man. I mean, stepping you know, on the field there for Miami Hurricanes. I mean, and hearing the roar of the crowd and everything, because I mean, I'm pretty sure it's jam packed each and every weekend. Definitely a rush in and of itself doing that, but again, like having that guy across from you and just staring him down saying I'm gonna get you, and that's just the way it's gonna be. so
Yeah.
um so talk about playing for the U, man. Definitely legendary people coming out of that university, going on to be Hall of Famers and such. Hell, we got Ed Reed, who's now head coach of
Yeah,
Bethune-Cookman. That's just recent news, but
that's the
um,
that's the
what's
coach.
it like being a part
Yeah.
of that legendary program?
It's amazing. The people you meet, the teammates you have, the relationships, the bonds you bring together is just amazing. I mean, there's even walk-ons. You'll meet walk-ons that you know walk-ons you probably never met before. They pan their way for school, so it's different. Those guys alone, just make a difference for you. You know what I'm saying? So just being a part of that brotherhood and family, it just feels like no other.
Yeah, and I mean, some of those people that have gone on and graduated, moved on to better things. I mean, oftentimes they'll come back. Have you met some of those, people? I mean, I don't know, have you had the opportunity to be starstruck by a couple guys?
Um, I won't necessarily say starstruck, but like it, because it's like you got a whole bunch of stars around you already on your team.
Sure,
So
no
it's
doubt.
like I won't say you're used to it, but it's like I'm used to kind of being around great people, good people. So I won't say starstruck, but like greats come around and it is amazing. Like dang, like people do care about the program. People do, it's something about this you. Everybody keep coming back. So you got Ed Reed coming back. You got Ray Lewis. You got Edrin James, and Trey Rowe.
Mm.
These guys coming back and just showing love is just amazing.
Nice. So DJ, what have you been able to accomplish there as a student? I mean, I know you got a degree, working on another one maybe. So, what have you been able to accomplish there?
As far as a student, aside from football, I joined the fraternity, Kappa Alpha Psi Fraternity Incorporated. Um, I graduated with my bachelor's in sociology with the minor in sports administration. I'm currently working on my master's in public health. I think I got like a semester and a half left to complete it. So I've accomplished that at the time that I've been at the U.
Nice. Well, I mean, hey, it's good to get those things under your belt, because maybe perhaps somewhere down the line you'll be able to use that in some other profession. When football is all said and done, man, I mean, where do you think that's going to lead you? I mean, what do you think?
I think more than likely I'll probably use my master's, the public health master's, just because I'm interested in like insurance. Uh, I'm interested in like nutrition. People like healthy diets. Healthy living, being clean, stuff like that. Um, you know, thing with COVID-19. You know, it's just about the cleaning. It's really about being clean. You know, for the most part, and it's the little things. People don't really like. I won't say notice it because they notice it, but they don't really pay attention to it until it needs to be paid attention to. So from that aspect, that's what I really want to do and get back to my community. You know.
Gotcha. Well, let's circle back around to, you as a football player. Talk about your guys' defense, man. I mean, always a lot of great talent there. How would you describe your defense and how you guys have been able to execute plays over the years?
It's Man, the defense has been wonderful. I mean, playing with guys like since I've been there, you got to play with guys like Mike Penny, Shaq Quarterman, um, Joe Jack. You got playing with Gerald Willis, like guys on the front, guys that I played with this year. You got Cam, you got Cam Kitchens, you got Tyreek Stevenson, you got Corey Flag at backer. It's like, just the chemistry, just knowing like do your job, and everything. Everybody know your job, do your job. Everybody know their job, do their job, and everything will execute how it's supposed to. But I just can't wait to see what those guys got planned, got cooked up for the next season. I'm excited for those guys, man. It's gonna be one for them for sure.
Yeah, obviously always some guys coming up through the pipelines, going to be competitive year in and year out there for sure. Certainly a player in yourself who we felt it was necessary for us to invite you to the Hula Bowl, which is going to be in Orlando, Florida, for people to get a chance to see you showcase your talent. Want to kind of read a couple of comments. We had one of our scouts do a report on you that some people can view on NFLDraftDiamonds.com. Scout that wrote it, his name is Michael Bay. He's really one of our best scouts, so definitely check out some of his material. But some of the great things he had to say about you was this guy, DJ Ivey. He's really good in press coverage, solid awareness in zone, above average ball skills, displays mental toughness in the red zone because, obviously a guy who is going to be locked in when the moments are very high. First off, how do you take some of those comments and tell me maybe something that we're missing about you as a player? What do you feel that is really your, own personal assessment, maybe some of your better attributes?
For me personally, I got the length, I got the size, I got the speed. For me, I feel like I got it all, if you're being honest. But with those comments, I just take them with a grain of salt. Some things I probably need to work on some of those things. Some things I'm probably good at, so I just pick and choose. Take out whatever I feel like I need, put it to my put it to work.
Well, I mean, you're going to be locked in, and covering a lot of different types of receivers, at least at our event, and certainly throughout the course of you getting prepped up for draft season. Going to have a lot of opportunities to go out there and showcase your talent in front of scouts. Obviously, first stop Orlando, and then we'll see what happens to you after that. So, I know that you do, like you said, you offer a lot, as a defensive back, certainly with your overall size and ability to be that guy who could punch somebody in the mouth at the line of scrimmage and, kind of, switch their route a little bit. If you're the one kind of dictating the route, what I'm saying, like
as a corner, that's what you got to do. You got to dictate the receiver route.
That's the way you got to do it, man. It's like you're gonna go where the hell I tell you to.
Yeah, like I run your route.
Exactly. DJ, I know also one of the things that you bring to the table is leadership, being a part of leadership council for several years. Tell me what it means to you about being a leader for your program, and what are your own personal leadership skills, if you don't mind sharing?
Yeah, so it's good. It feels great being a part of the leadership council. Knowing that the guys that you play with, as well as the guys that coaches you, trust you and feels like you're a part, not a part, but you could lead this team. The coach is not here today. All right, we're still getting to work. So that's the biggest thing for me. For me as far as like leadership attributes, feel like I bring to the table, making sure everybody gonna come to work, making sure we gonna go to work. Whatever we do, we doing it 110%. You know, never be late to anything, always on time. That was one of the things. Coming in like my freshman year, my cornerback coach at the time, Coach Drunk, he always told me like, whatever you do, never be late, and always on time. Never miss anything and always on time. So, that's what I go by.
Gotcha. Again, like I just wanted to reiterate a lot of great things that you do bring to the table. Do want to give you an opportunity to I don't know, share with me, like, I don't know, maybe your most memorable moment, one of the biggest highlights, maybe if there's a play or a game that comes to mind for you. Um, Share one of your best moments there as a Miami Hurricane.
As a Miami Hurricane, one of my best moments, I'll say, my sophomore year, we played Pittsburgh at Pittsburgh. I had 2 career interceptions that game. I was actually like that was my first 2 career picks at the University of Miami, and I had 2 of them that game. Quarterback Pickett, same quarterback that's quarterback at Steelers now. Um, but yeah, I had 2 interceptions. That game was crazy. And I think we won on like the last drive. I think we won KJ Osborne touchdown. But yeah, that's one of my memorable games.
Well, heck yeah, man. Definitely getting some interceptions, showcasing your abilities, being that I think everybody, dreams of being that one, star, whether on offense or defense, really impacting a game. So, in which obviously you did in that time. So,
Definitely.
um,
I'll say like another memorable moment, and I wasn't even playing. This was my freshman year. I was on more like special teams, stuff like that. I'll probably get in, probably on Will blowing somebody out. But this was so memorable. We played Florida State at home. It was in all green. Um, that's when we had Mike Penny. We had Zach McLeod. We had Shaq Quarterman. We had Jaquan Johnson, Shelby Redwine. We had that team.
hmm.
We was down 21 at the half. We came back and beat them. Came back and won. Like that atmosphere, that feeling, that was it's crazy. Like I'm not gonna lie, give me the chills right now, but like it's crazy. That's another memorable moment that I had. Like
Well, I mean, definitely. I mean, obviously, you want to be out there, playing. But I mean, like you said, I mean, that memory is of you as a youngin
yeah,
coming in, freshman year. You're just kind of watching greatness, really come back and get the win, man. Like that's just awesome. Um, Want to also meet DJ Ivey outside of being a football player. Obviously, a lot of great moments as a player, but tell me something about you that maybe not everybody knows. Is anything interesting, fun, unique, or what have you, whether it be hobbies, something you're passionate about? Give me something.
let me give you something. For me, I'll just say, like on a little downtime or I like to chill time. I like to play chess, just to just get the mind working. I started playing chess like 2-3 months ago, but like I don't know. It's a good game, once you learn it and really know how to move and what to do. I feel like it's a great game to learn. I be trying to put all my friends, like try to put them on, try to, y'all boys learn chess, like learn how to play, like I'll teach you. But like, yeah, that's a thing I'll say. Like, I just started to do, but I think I won't say helpful, valuable, but I think it will be helpful, to learn the game. I won't say it's real world, but it teaches like real world situations based on playing the game.
Well, I think it's more so like I don't know, trying to figure out your opponent's next step so that you can find out a way to counter it
But
and
gotta
foresee.
know
Yeah, I mean, it's always about, planning ahead, like what their
You gotta
next
play
move
like
is.
six. You gotta play like 6 steps ahead, but at the same time, know like, okay, if he don't move this move that I want him to move, what else I got? What else? How else can I move? What else can I do? So it's like, all right, okay, I'm working this side of the board. I'm working king side of the board, but like, I'm working it. I'm working it. What if your opponent move his pawn on the other side of the board? Now it's like, okay, but I can't really keep working because he not moving pieces unless I could move a piece where it's gonna help me or where I could, counteract. Okay, now I can move this side. I can go to my queen side of the board. All right, bet. What move I could set up for my next move if, it's a whole lot of ifs and, but it's just like knowing like, okay, I got this move to protect this pawn. I got this to protect this rook. I know he can't move here because I can move here. I know he's not gonna take this because, so it's all on that. But you just while playing the game at the same time.
Gotcha. Well, hopefully, I mean, we might be able to get a couple of chess boards, at the Hula Bowl, but dude, you're going to be in a crap load of meetings, interviewing like all 32 teams in the NFL. I don't know if you're going to have time, but so,
Hey, man,
but if you do have some time, man, we'll see what we could do. We'll try and get some boards set up or something, somewhere in the hotel. But
no,
um,
know how to play chess?
I I have been known to win a couple of tournaments. Yes.
Okay. So
So
you probably pretty nice.
yeah. Anyway, so let's go ahead and wrap this up. Like I said, dude, you're gonna be interviewing all 32 teams, in Orlando at the Hula Bowl. You're gonna be able to go out there, showcase your talent. I know a lot of people have obviously been to your games. And I want you to try to address all those scouts now, man. I mean, tell them why you would be a great asset to their team and why you should be drafted and all that, man. Give them your pitch as to, what makes you such a special player. So go for it.
No doubt. I mean, me, DJ Ivey, I come with, respect, humbleness. You got a leader, you got a baller, everything you want. So, I'm here for the talents, whatever it takes.
Yeah, and again, a guy who can, effectively play that press for anybody, and really just be a quality leader. I mean, I feel like there's a lot that you do bring to the table. Obviously, playing up against some of the best you know in college football. And so you've been matched up against some of the better wide receivers in your conference. And so you can continue to do that as you progress to the pros. So, DJ, appreciate your time and wish you best of luck in this process, man. All right.
Yes, sir. Appreciate you for having me on.
Sure. Once again, I got DJ Ivey. He's a corner out of the Miami Hurricanes. Definitely check him out.